Let's take an example. A company you're working at has, let's say, 1 million employees, and your boss asks you to basically bring up some details about some specific employees which have the employee number of 101, 303, and 526, let's say. How hard it would be for your how hard it would be on your database to bring up the details if there are so many data to be searched from. That's exactly why you need to consider today's topic very important, because we are learning about indexing today. I'll just bring up my screen real quick. So indexing is, let's say, it's a kind of a special data structure that improves the speed of retrieving data from your table. Instead of scanning every row, the database uses the indexes to quickly locate matching records. Let's take an analogy of a book. Let's say, without an index, the book would have page 1, page 2, and so on to, let's say, 850 pages, and you have to search for every page. But if we take a look at the book's index, it would give you a little bit of information about what content is located where. Like chapter 1 starts at page 117 and it ends at page 202, something like that. Well, that won't be the chapter 1 if it's starting so late. But you get the point. So the first thing which we'll be doing today is creating a database. Let's call it company DB. And it's done. Now what we'll do is use company DB. Now let's create a table. Let's call it the employees table, and it's done. We have done this a lot of times, so I'm not explaining what it does and how it works. You can see and figure it out. We have done in previous videos a lot of times. I'll put some data into this, all random data by the way, and I'll press enter. 8 data inserted, real good, all good so far. Now let's see what data we have on Kabir. So Kabir's employee ID is this. He's in the engineering department. His salary is 80,000. Good enough. But for 8 rows, it feels really instant. But imagine 80 million such rows. The database may have to scan row for Kabir, all the rows for Kabir. And while it does so, it puts some load on your CPU, your processing. So it would be a slow process compared to what we just did. So let's create an index now. So how we do it, I'll paste the code and I'll explain it. So we are creating the index. It's called IDX employee name, and it's on the employees table with respect to the employee name. If I press enter, the index would be created. Let's see how it goes. Good to go. Now let's search Kabir again. You can do this. And good to go. If we see carefully, it took 107 milliseconds for this query to run. On the other hand, this one took 007, like 100th of a second, almost 100th of a second. So yeah, that's how fast it can be. It's as fast as it can be on my hardware. The only limitations now are hardware. Now what if I want to check all the indexes I have created on this specific table? Then I can run this query, show index from employees, and we have this specific index that is created. The structure looks a little bit weird because I have zoomed out a lot. So this is how it's supposed to look. It would look too small. It's not clearly visible on the recording, and so let's keep it this way for now. But you get the point of how it works and what it does. Now, what if I want to check if we already have an index on a table? We always have an index on the table, by the way, and it's what we call a primary key. Yeah, did you know that? Don't think so. So, yeah, let's create a unique index on, let's say, emails. Do we have emails on this table? We don't. Let's do this and good to go. No queries affected. But what if I want to search for Kabir now? Yeah, I think that's in my clipboard, so I quit. Why do I keep doing this? Here we go. That's almost as it was. Now let's do one thing. I'll explain what this is, what unique index mean. The unique index basically prevents duplicate values. So when we talk about real applications, we'll usually create a unique index on emails, on usernames, and on another column which should basically never repeat. It can be mobile numbers. They are pretty reputable. Let's say you're making something for a school and there are twin students in a class. Then the mobile number of the parents would be duplicating. But in case of their student role ID, that won't be duplicated at all. That's what a unique index does. Let's discuss some pros and cons now before we end this video. The pros of indexing are that it provides faster searching, faster filtering, faster sorting, and basically better join performances. The cons are it uses extra storage, it has slower insert, it has slower update, it has slower delete. Yeah. Then why should we create an index? When should we create an index, to be precise? So we should create indexes when we are dealing with primary keys, when we're dealing with foreign keys, when we're dealing with emails, usernames. If you're in India, you should have an Aadhaar number, your employee ID, your frequently searched columns used in join conditions, etc. These are some of the cases where we come across indexes a lot. Also, on the other hand, this is our channel. We have 2 courses out already. We have 47 subscribers in 32 videos. When you're watching this, it would have been 33 videos here. And we have 2 courses out already, which is Python for Absolute Beginners, Oops in Python. SQL is the 3rd course which I'm currently working on. It has 10 videos so far when you're watching. And yeah, that's something you should check out as well after you practice your SQL stuff. So let's think about when not to use indexes. So we should avoid indexing when we are using small tables, columns with very few unique values, columns that change constantly, and every column that's in the state of just in case. Too many indexes can actually affect your performance of your device because hardwares have limitations. So yeah, there's one explain thing. I'll just show you the query. Explain the specific query. Press enter and it would give you a little brief explanation of what it does. It's fetching the rows before execution and displaying them outside. There is one row which matches this condition. And let's discuss some real life examples before we end this video. Some real life examples are Gmail searching for emails, Amazon finding products, Instagram finding usernames, banking account lookups, and hospital patient records. Every major databases rely heavily upon indexes. Yeah, that's today's video. So far in this video we have learned about what indexing is, how indexes are important, how to create an index, unique indexes, automatic primary key indexes, viewing and dropping indexes, advantages and disadvantages of indexes. By the way, I think I forgot to discuss how we drop indexes. So we basically drop index, and let's look up a name of the index. Let's take this. Okay, it's showing some error. Yeah, errors are something every programmer gets all the time, so I'm not really surprised by that. But yeah, you should look up how to delete this. That's your homework for today. Yeah, I'll show you. On employees, that's how you drop it. Gone. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it is. Next thing we discussed was viewing and dropping indexes, advantages and disadvantages of indexes. And yeah, indexes don't change your SQL queries. They change how efficiently the database executes them, how efficiently we are able to get our data from the database, as what indexing does. Yeah, indexing won't make your database smarter. It simply helps it find the right data much faster. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more videos. Like this video if you like the content. You can comment whatever you don't like. You don't need to dislike the video, because why would you dislike the video? This is very informative. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have fun, keep learning, try this out yourself, and yeah, see ya.